My name is Pam O'Donnell from Bayonne. On February 22nd, 2016, my family's life was forever changed. An impaired driver killed both my husband, Tim, and our 5-year-old daughter, Bridget, on the New Jersey Turnpike. Such unspeakable tragedy happens far too often in New Jersey. Something needs to change.
You've seen it in the headlines, and you've likely witnessed it on the roads. Traffic fatalities in New Jersey and across the United States have had devastating impacts on families and communities throughout our country.
At a glance, it may not seem like it, but the last few years serve as a clear reminder of the crucial work of police and prosecutors to save lives on New Jersey's roadways.
In 2020, in response to the growing pandemic, law enforcement intentionally reduced our levels of traffic enforcement. We had no choice at the time. New Jersey was focused on minimizing person-to-person contact on the roads to protect officers and citizens from the spread of COVID-19.
Even within the law enforcement community, where we understand the value of traffic enforcement, I don't think anyone could have anticipated the negative effects of reduced traffic enforcement. It's directly related to the increase in poor driving behaviors, creating higher risk on New Jersey highways.
High-risk behaviors resulted in more serious crashes throughout New Jersey. In 2019, there were 558 traffic fatalities in our state, very close to an all-time low. But in 2020, with the reduction in enforcement, we saw traffic fatalities increase to 587, and in 2021 to 697. That's the largest year-to-year increases in traffic fatalities in our state in more than 50 years, and the most fatalities on record in the past 15 years.
The ramifications of reckless driving affect generations. My husband and daughter are now statistics because of bad choices made by a bad driver. It defies the laws of nature to bury a child, and it is heart-wrenching to lose your life partner so senselessly.
The state police and local law enforcement regularly undertake traffic enforcement initiatives with the goal of reducing fatalities on our roads. We trust that by focusing on the most egregious driving behaviors, law enforcement can significantly impact reducing fatal crashes and making our roads safer for everyone.
Yes, in the last few years, law enforcement has faced challenges. But despite these challenges, police officers across our state remain committed to keeping our roads safe.
In 2023, officers across New Jersey, on highways, in back roads, in small towns, cities, and major metropolitan areas, intervened to remove more than 29,000 impaired drivers from our roads. And we also issued more than 2 million other traffic summonses. Although that may seem like a big number, the enforcement is still about 33% less than the traffic enforcement levels we saw in 2019.
Many of those summonses issued were in direct response to the top 4 causes of traffic fatalities: impairment, speeding, distraction, and pedestrians. Year after year, these factors top the list of contributors to fatal crashes. Last year, impairment was a factor in 33% of all traffic fatalities. Speeding was involved in 25%, distraction in 27%, and pedestrian in 27% of all traffic fatalities.
Traffic enforcement is about changing dangerous driving behavior. Plain and simple. Many New Jersey drivers do not understand the risks they are taking with their lives and the lives of others when they decide to drive recklessly. There is no greater tool in changing driver behavior than meaningful traffic enforcement.
I'm pleased to say most drivers are careful and diligent. Nearly 93% of New Jersey drivers wear their seatbelts. Many drivers avoid the temptation of their cell phones and are not distracted while behind the wheel. Most drivers respect the speed limit, and a vast majority don't drive impaired or operate their vehicles in a high-risk manner.
The challenge of law enforcement is to intervene in the behaviors of a small portion of drivers who engage in risky driving. We need to return our focus to these drivers and to ensure they know that police and prosecutors in New Jersey are serious about traffic safety as we've collectively moved beyond the pandemic.
We can acknowledge the loss of so many in our communities, killed in traffic crashes, but we recognize without the work of officers committed to traffic enforcement, that number would undoubtedly be higher. Your work and your dedication make a difference.
And that's why we are hopeful. We know that traffic enforcement, when focused on top crash factors, reduces serious crashes and saves lives. Every time an officer arrests an impaired driver, catches someone speeding, or using a cell phone, or acts to address other high-risk driving behaviors, we are saving lives in New Jersey.
Don't let those you make memories with become the latest sad statistics on New Jersey roadways. Eyes up, phones down, don't drive distracted or impaired, and help keep us all safe.
Thank you, law enforcement, for all your continued dedication to protecting the safety of those people in your community and throughout New Jersey. Together, we can make a difference. Stay safe and keep up the great work.
When you lose half your family, the silence in your home is deafening.